Today is Tuesday, May 17. I'm Pastor Anthony, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Today our text comes from Psalm 11. In the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings to shoot from the shadows at the upright in heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes everyone on earth. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burning sulfur. A scorching wind will be their lot. For the Lord is righteous. He loves justice. The upright will see his face. It's Psalm 11. So what do you do when you're backed against a wall, only hanging on by a thread, threatened, stuck? That's the context of this psalm. When everything is hopeless and you feel helpless, what do? Now some might say, flee away, run as far as you can, escape your troubles. Elijah did that. He ran for his life all the way to the mountain of God in the desert to try to find some steady and solid place in which he could reclaim his trust in God in a time when he felt all alone and abandoned. When he arrived, though, God asked him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" And then God sent him back. Of course, maybe the writer of this psalm felt the sarcasm of those who were telling him to flee. They were taunting, shaming, taking advantage of the fact that the psalmist was all alone. We do attempt to assume that everyone is tolerant and nice and whatnot, but there are bullies out there. People that cheer for our downfall. People that would love nothing more than to see us throw in the towel and walk away of failure. Of course, when we're talking about those who might root against us because we're Christian, or people who might root against the church, we may very well be talking not about bullies, but about people who have been hurt by the church. There are a lot of them. And those of us inside the church increasingly feel some of that pain too. Residential schools are one example, sex abuse scandals another. It's hard to stand firm in the name and identity of Christian these days, when it means wearing all these public sins that tarnish the name of church. So maybe folks are right, and it is time for us to just go away already. Indeed, lots of people have. So, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? When the church is shrinking, when its witness is broken, when our discipleship falters, and when even God seems distant, what can we who place our hope in Christ do? Should we give up and flee? We can't. Somehow beyond all doubt and arrows shot from the shadows, we hold faith that the temple is not empty after all, and that the King still sits on the throne. Somehow, some way, even when everything is hopeless and we feel helpless, we remain because of this curious confession the psalm begins with. In the Lord I take refuge. We do not stand as the church because of our own righteousness. Indeed, left to ourselves, the record doesn't look so good. No, we stand because Jesus stands. We stand because the one in whom we've taken refuge forgives and redeems us still. We stand because we trust that he will do right and that he finally will see us through until the day that we see him. And so as you go on through this day, go with God's blessing. May the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever he may send you. May he guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May he bring you home rejoicing at the wonders he has shown you. May he bring you home rejoicing once again into our doors.